we're back with Judge Wapnigga.
Wapnigga.
Yes, sir. And we're going to bring up our next case. This is Pee Wee Littleton. And Pee Wee Littleton was arrested in a bus station and accused of masturbating in public.
How you doing, Judge? Pretty good, but how do you plead? I plead not guilty. Well, according to this here paper, you was caught yanking your yin at the bus station. Was it me? Well, they say man with strange hairdo, blonde, sticking up, black eyebrows, and a little goatee was yanking his goatee. Well, how do you plead? Well, okay, I admit it was me, but I didn't think it was anything wrong with it. I thought it was completely natural. It's not natural when there's 400 people in a bus station. Especially with that group of Catholic nuns that you scared to death. I'm sorry about that, but I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Well, since you now tell your verdict is guilty, we're going to have to see what the penalty charges here. 2 months in the county jail, or $1,000 fine, and you can go free. So which one's you going to do? Scissors or scissors? I guess I'll take the $5,000 fine. All right, pay the bailiff and you're free to go. All right. And do me a favor. Yeah. Don't be yanking your yang anymore. All right. See you later, Joe. Thank you for cleaning that up.
Next, Your Honor.
What a horrible thing they do to you.
Next, I'll be quiet. Judge Wapnigga.
What's the nigger?
Yes, sir. This is Lucinda Premel, and she's been convicted. She was caught breaking into a pharmaceutical factory and stealing growth hormone pills.
You mean a hair growth hormone pill? How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty!
You pleading guilty?
Yeah!
Well, it says...
Them hormones that doctor gave me do what?
Evidently. I find here that, according to this, you plead guilty. You must serve 6 months sentence for breaking and entering. However, you have been in for 2 months, but I will let it go as time served, unless the prosecution decides that they want to press further charges.
No, Your Honor, we don't.
Not at this time.
Not at this time.
Okay. Then you are free to go.
What about if I want to press charges against that stupid pharmaceutical company?
And that's a legal matter for the courts.
Well, you a judge?
But I'm...
We in a court that's legal?
I am a trial judge.
Well, I want a trial judge right now.
Please get this woman out of here.
Miss Lucinda, out. Go see the bailiff, pay your fine on the way out.
I don't got no money to spend on all them damn hormones.
Judge Wapnigga,
Yes.
the next case is...
You thought I was going to say it, didn't you?
I was waiting.
No.
Yes, sir.
You've heard it once.
The next case is Bobby Taylor, and he's been arrested and charged with tearing the tags off of mattresses. Also, Your Honor, he has also been caught with duplicating movies off of VHS's copyright, too.
Oh,
Very
what
serious.
was the name of this movie he copyrighted?
He does several movies, sir. He copies them. It's
Only it wasn't Miss Piggy, then he's okay.
No, nobody would do that.
How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Another not guilty. Okay. If you plead not guilty, okay? Okay. 6 months. Out.
Next case is Tyrone Williams, and he's accused of murder.
Guilty or not guilty? You got to smoke? Guilty or not guilty?
I'm not guilty. You got to smoke?
I don't smoke. Not guilty. The police officer, the arresting officer said that they saw you with the gun from the 6th floor of the depository with a rifle. It was Oswald. Wasn't me. I wasn't even there.
Hell, I'm scared of heights. Why would it be me?
See messing with the camera? I mean, I'd hate to see your eye bump it and then we're going.
No.
Says here that you can get the death penalty if you plead not guilty and go to trial, or you can take a plea bargain and get manslaughter in the first degree, which carries a 20-year sentence.
That's not what it says.
Yeah, man, it's right there in black and
No,
white.
it says right here, the PVC pipe must be at least 7 inches long for proper ventilation. You read the plumbing book.
Hold on a second, man. Now read it through these glasses. What does it say?
It says, mandatory fine of $500. Okay.
So what's it going to be? You going to plea bargain or you going on trial?
Well, what do you got to offer?
I told you 20 years.
20, that's a long time, man. That's a long time.
Well, you want the death penalty?
No, I don't want either one. Want you cut me some slack, Jack? I mean,
you
you
want
know,
to fight it in court? Fight it.
I don't want to fight in court. That's what we come before you to do, to get this stuff cut through the legal tape.
Well,
To make us a deal. We're supposed to be making a deal here. Well, cut me a deal. Get some slack.
Well, you want enough to fill up the van?
I mean, besides, you know, the guy probably had it coming anyway.
Well, according to this, he was studying to be a priest. So he had it coming, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, he was prepared. What's your best offer?
They go to the best offer book. Sodomy, rape,
That's it right there.
right there. Best offer.
That's the one I seen.
Best offer is 15 years. That's maximum security prison. 1 year in solitary confinement.
That's better than 20.
1 year off for good behavior.
That's back to 15.
Yeah, sit down.
Right.
And it also says, this space around the pipe.
Oh, your glasses are slipping.
Oh. Be sure and grease the pipe before you penetrate it. My glasses is fine. That's what's going to happen to you when you get out of the pen.
Oh. 15 years, huh?
That is. That's the
That's
best
better than 20. All right. Take it away. And that's it.
All right, welcome to Private Eye, and I am Bertha Big Butt, and we're here today with the Kerr family, and the reason that we're interviewing the Kerr family today, they have been on the talk shows before, but the reason we're interviewing them today is because we have had 78 cases of food poisoning and 3 deaths from contaminated McDonald's French fries. And these are the manufacturers of the potatoes that made everyone so deathly puking sick. I would like to introduce Mr. Billy Kerr and Mr. Irving Kerr. Their company is named the Potato Patch. What do you have to say for yourselves, gentlemen?
Just about potatoes.
Yes, sir. It's about taters.
Okay. I'm glad to be here, and I'd like to clear the air.
Well, you do that because it's pretty
That we
stinky.
don't have nothing I find to do with them there taters that got them people sick up at McDonald's.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question, Mr. Kerr. You're the only potato
Okay, Mr. Carter.
I know. I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, you are the only person that manufactures potatoes and delivers them to McDonald's.
No, we're not.
Exclusively, you're the only one. It had to be your potatoes that made everybody sick.
Well, number one, nobody manufactures potatoes.
Or
They grow.
Okay. You're the only one that delivers potatoes to McDonald's.
So?
Okay, the potatoes were contaminated. It has to be
Ma'am.
from your company.
Ma'am, Tommy Barner over in Freestone County over here has been raising taters for 24 years, and he delivers to Walmart too. So there.
We're talking McDonald's, not
I mean
Walmart.
McDonald's. I'm sorry, I got confused. I mean McDonald's. Now, I will admit, he does deliver a smaller portion than us on a ratio of like 1/10 to 100 of
But they
all.
all the same.
But a tater's a tater.
They all mixing them together.
So how can you accuse us when he delivers to McDonald's too?
Because predominantly you are the one that delivers potatoes to McDonald's. And he is not on record as being a potato producer that delivers potatoes to McDonald's. Only you
I
guys.
got news for you. You better check your records, because if he's delivering to McDonald's, he's on the record. And you need to do a little more investigating.
We have,
Miss
and
Connie Chung.
We have. And it's Bertha Big Butt. Thank you.
Well, why don't you get Tommy Barnell on here and ask him yourself?
Yeah, really.
Okay, we will do that later on in the show. But how can you assure me that your potatoes were not contaminated and made everybody sick? How can you guarantee the American public that your potatoes were good?
I'm guaranteeing you give me one of my taters right now and I'll eat it right here on
Right
TV.
here on this spot. You can take it from that same McDonald's and I'll eat it. My good. What was all that about?
Would you like to try that, sir? We do have one of the French fries that made everybody sick.
Now this
Next
doesn't
question.
eat the damn fries.
That's what you said.
I said the whole potato.
Well, I do have some of the fries that made everybody sick. Since they are your product, are you willing to eat them on national TV?
I don't eat French fries. I eat baked potatoes. Now you want to cut me a potato from McDonald's and then put it in that oven, cook it, I'll eat it.
But you won't eat any of the fries that made everybody sick.
No, ma'am,
If
I'll
you
tell you
thi-
why.
then you're-
Because, number one, they could have got contaminated. Somebody might have been pulling a booger out of his nose and mixing up the potatoes.
I don't
That
think
had something like syphilis or something.
I don't think the people got syphilis. They got E. coli, and you cannot get E. coli from boogers.
Well, you can't get E. coli from taters either, that's for sure.
Sure you
It's
can.
not E. coli, it's that other-
Ebola
Yeah.
or whatever. E something.
Save her ass.
Eat something. So you won't eat the potato. So that tells me that you are not standing behind your product.
I stand behind my product 100%.
Well, then you'll eat the potato.
No, I won't.
Then
I
you-
won't eat a French fry from McDonald's. Mama raised me better than that. I got better sense now. All that.
Oh, so
So
you're
you-
telling me that you won't eat the crap that you sell to the American public?
If I cook it, I'll eat it.
What's
Do
the
you understand that?
No, what's
I
the-
understood it.
what's the difference?
Well, Mama always told me to wash my hands before I went to the bathroom.
Well,
I've always done
McDonald's, the McDonald's Corporation happens to be, every one of the McDonald's happens to be rated one of the cleanest restaurants that you can eat in.
How many times you walk back in their kitchen?
We definitely went to their kitchen and took pictures.
Sure, after they clean the damn pigsty up, who wouldn't?
And you probably called them and told them you was coming down
No,
to
sir.
take pictures, so
No,
they were
sir.
ready for you.
No, sir.
Y'all don't do very good investigation. You need to be going to the source. We're not the source. All
Well-
we do is just raise the taters
Well, who do you
and
think?
sell the taters.
Who do you think is the source?
Well, now, there could be some contamination in that there grease they cook in,
Uh-huh.
or it could be an employee,
Uh-huh.
or it could be, well now, we could go back and say the chemicals that we put on our taters were bad, but then you have to go to the chemical company.
Aren't you responsible for checking out the chemicals before you put them on the potatoes?
Do I look like do I look like a chemist?
Okay, now we are not gonna,
that was slip. Give me a break.
we're not gonna have to be like the Jerry Springer show and bleep, bleep, bleep out our gas, so please, watch your language. I know that potatoes is a very volatile subject, but we have to keep our cool here. Okay,
Miss Reporter, where is all this leading?
well, we're trying to get to the bottom of who made all these 78 people sick.
And then where do you get your information that it came from the tater?
Because the doctors that examined and treated all of the people and the autopsies that was done on the 2 dead people said that the source came from the potatoes.
Could you repeat that again?
I don't think so.
I kind of had a brain fart.
I was David.
The doctors that treated the people that got sick and the medical examiners that did the autopsy on the 2 dead people said that the source came from the potatoes.
Well, why in the hell don't you have the doctors on here instead of us?
Good.
Because you grew the potatoes. The doctors will be
Well,
on
the doctors
here.
are saying something else, so have them on here.
78 people went to McDonald's and said, gee, I'm hungry. Give me an order of taters. 78 people didn't get a burger. 78 people didn't get a chicken sandwich. 78 people didn't get a fish fillet. Now, how do you know it's just the damn potatoes?
Because the doctors
Good answer.
said, the doctor said
Good
that
answer.
the doctors examined all the stomach contents and the source was the potatoes, not the hamburger meat, not the chicken, not the apple pies, not the sauces, the potatoes.
Okay.
Well, how do you know these 78 people even ordered fries?
Because they all said they did.
Oh.
And because,
Even the two dead ones said they
Yeah.
did. That was good.
no,
Wonder how they did that.
no, the 2 dead people did not say they ordered potatoes, but when their stomach contents were examined, there were McDonald's French fries
And
there.
there's the doctor again. Get the doctor in here.
Yeah, and let me ask you something. How do you know they didn't stop at Burger King and get them taters?
Hey, good question.
Dirty answer.
Because the 2 dead people were 3-year-old kids and their mothers take them to McDonald's. That's how.
And you believe it?
Yes, I do. Why would they say Burger King?
Because there's so many restaurants out there, they might just got confused.
Like they got
You got-
confused between a Big
There's
Mac and a
Burger
Whopper.
King, there's Whopper, there's Wendy's, there's Jack in the Box, there's Whataburger,
McDowell's.
McDowell's.
There's Susie's
all-
Bar and Grill.
Yeah,
Okay, well what we would like to do now,
Burger in the Box.
there is one of the kids that got sick that would like to just ask you some questions. Okay? What is your name? Vernon, I think you said it was?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You got sick from these potatoes.
Yes, ma'am.
You sure you ate them at McDonald's?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Because I know how to read.
Okay. Is there any questions that you would like to ask the Kerr boys over here?
Yes.
And what's one of the questions?
May I see you?
Sure.
I'll see you too.
If you think you can prove that my French fries, my potatoes made you sick,
Why'd they look green?
Taters don't come in green, they come in white.
how do you know you was at McDonald's? What day was it?
What time was it?
Thursday noon.
When? What's the date?
April the 22nd.
Because I believe on April 22nd you went to Burger King, didn't you?
No.
After you left McDonald's, didn't you? That's what your mama said.
Bullshit.
You know why? Because McDonald's ran out of fries.
Right.
Any other questions, Vernon?
We'll teach you.
Any
That's
Um,
the boy.
any other questions, Vernon?
Why don't you eat a fry?
That's a good question, and I'd like to know because I'd like you to eat one of those fries too. Sorry that skunk ran in front of the camera, guys.
What?
There was a skunk running in front of the camera. Sorry.
I suppose he ate fries at McDonald's too.
He did. He's my pet skunk.
You want me to do what?
I want you to let me see you.
Sue all you want. Sue is one
Okay,
thing,
we're
Wendy's
gonna.
another.
Okay.
I can't see you. You poor.
Four and a half. Oh, yeah, we poor.
Yeah,
We poor.
Okay, calm down. Do we have any questions from the audience? Or would we like to conclude this interview and pick it back up with the doctor?
I'm me.
Okay, let's conclude this interview then. Thank you. All right, welcome back to Eyewitness, and we're talking to the Kerr family about the bad potato contamination. This is Dr. Dudley Doolittle, and he is the one that that treated and examined all the sick people and also did the autopsies on the 2 children. And we would like to find out his findings. And what was your findings when you did the autopsies and the evaluation and the treatments on the sick people?
Well, when I did the autopsies on the victims in question, as I ripped open their guts and cut their stomach open, I noticed a large white-green substance. And inside this substance is where I noticed the formaldehyde that was built up inside of this. That is what caused me great concern with what was inside these, as the Kurds say it, taters. So I brought my staff in, we immediately put it under the microscope. These kids had eaten taters that were poisonous. Okay, and you are trying to tell me that the poison was formaldehyde? No, ma'am. Formaldehyde, what happens with formaldehyde is when it's ingested into the body and mixes with the stomach gases, that it creates a poison on the chemicals that are already inside the tainted taters. So that is what killed these people. Okay. And made the others sick.
So what was the poison that caused this?
The actual professional name of this poison is kilimichi.
Kilimichi.
Kilimichi is Kilimichi is the ingredient that was in the tater that killed these people. And once this is released in the body from the potatoes, it can kill a person. Okay, and what is... We are very lucky there were not more than 2 deaths from this. So,
let me ask you another question. What would cause kilimichi in these potatoes?
This could come from a variety of different Doctor. This can come from a variety of substances. This can be found in food. This can be found in feces. This can be found in regurgitation. This can be found in plants. This can be found in your house. It can be found anywhere. However, once it is attached to food, it stays. It does not just drift off or be cleaned off like anything else. It attaches itself to food. Somehow, this chemical was actually put into this food.
And why would this chemical have been put into the potatoes?
Strictly through negligence, unless somebody really, really, really did it intentionally.
Oh, boy,
it would be negligence.
Okay. Would there be any benefits to the Kurds from putting kilimichi in their potatoes?
Now, this is the one question that I found very interesting. Yes, this would be very beneficial. What this does, this makes the potato grow quicker and faster and larger than the normal 6 weeks it takes for a potato to grow. They could have a potato grow in less than 3 weeks. Therefore, increasing profits 2-fold.
Okay. Mr. Kerr, what are your comments on this?
This man's full of shit.
Well, apparently what he's telling me is that your potatoes were, so, you are denying that.
I don't believe that's true.
You are telling me that you did not put kilimichi in your potatoes to make them grow faster.
I don't even know what the hell kilimichi is.
Well, it might be. Is there a simpler name for kilimichi that Mr. Kerr might understand, Doctor?
That's pretty much it.
So where would he get the kilimichi to put into his potatoes?
Yeah, that's a fair question.
That's a good question. Evidently, fortunately, kilimichi cannot be bought on the street corner at your local 7-Eleven store. No, this has to be imported from Iranian. This is Iranian kilimichi.
Crap.
This is Iranian kilimichi.
So how would
If a person wanted to get their hands on it, anybody could get their hands on it if they have enough money to buy it with.
So how would he have gotten it?
Anywhere. He could have picked up the phone and called anybody, anywhere, and said, I need a load of kilimichi, and they would have had it at his doorstep in less than 2 days. Oh, if they use FedEx, of course.
Right.
I got me a phone book here, and you just tell me one person there sells kilimichi.
You have to know, you have to have contacts. You have to have contacts.
What didn't you just say there? He can pick a phone call to anybody.
I must explain that my profession is strictly medical, and the rest of this is just my opinion. The lady asked me my opinion on this, and I told her.
So, doctor, in your opinion, are you saying that Mr. Kerr is responsible for the 2 deaths and 78 people that got sick?
Now. Do not misunderstand me now. I am not saying he is responsible. We must find out who put the kilamichi in the potatoes. Whether it's Mr. Kerr, whether it's Tommy Barnell, whether it's McDonald's Corporation. I must remind you, I am strictly a doctor, and I only can speak on medical terms.
Well, I think we can rule out the McDonald's Corporation because why would they put
That was a gastronomical release. Oh,
why?
a smelly one.
Whew, do not go in here.
That was a tater fart.
You will refrain, Mr. Kerr, from passing gas on my set. Now that is uncalled for.
It's his word against mine.
Well,
it was him.
It's my nose against his, so please stop.
You
Okay.
trying to say if we got there, how you gonna tell which part got there quicker?
Because I...
Just
Okay,
out of curiosity.
let's change the subject. I do not want to talk about potato flatulence on my show. Okay.
That's what he had for lunch too, if you want to know something.
I'm sure he did not eat your potatoes or he would be sitting
I
there.
am not on the stand here.
That's
Do
true.
not accuse me of anything. I am only here for medical advice.
Did you eat a potato for lunch?
That is none of your business.
Yeah, you did. I saw you. I saw you over here. You were sucking on the potato peelings. Hypocrite.
Not answering that question.
Uneducated fool.
Next question, or
Okay.
Are you a witch doctor?
which doctor are you talking about?
The one that was practicing over in them foreign countries. It's got the little weird hairdos and uses voodoo.
You certainly have me sorting with a sorted cast of characters.
Hell, it's been.
I am an American doctor. I have 4 degrees.
Okay.
I thought it's 5 degrees in here.
My next question is, you said that the McDonald Corporation could be liable, but why would they put kilamichi in potatoes that were already fully grown? What reason would they have? They wouldn't.
Very good.
Okay. Now.
Because if you use them to make them grow faster and they're already grown, why put them in there?
Exactly.
Duh.
Exactly. So let's get the McDonald's Corporation out of this. I do not think that they're responsible. Could kilamichi been in anything else that the McDonald Corporation serves besides potatoes?
No, not the lettuce, tomatoes, pickles.
No. Kilamichi,
All fruit beef patties on sesame seed buns. Nah, hell no. Just
kilamichi
taters.
attaches to taters.
Only taters?
Only taters. It
Oh.
will not attach to anything else other than taters.
Oh.
If he is lie, let him tell it like
Okay,
he wants.
so we have established that the potatoes are definitely the problem, Mr. Kerr. What do you have to say about that?
But I might add that kilamichi can be introduced into the potato after it's grown through the McDonald's Corporation. However, the chances are very, very, very slim and remote. That's why we're talking to him.
Right.
So you have to look at where the problem starts from, and it starts with...
Right. Exactly.
Your mother.
Okay, Mr. Kerr, you did ask us to get a medical doctor on here. We have, and this is what he's saying, and you cannot dispute his findings because
wanna
he
bet?
is the doctor. You are not.
Let me ask you one thing. Where's your degree at?
I have 4 degrees hanging on my wall
Where's
in
your
my
wall?
doctor's office. Would you like to come to my doctor's office and see it?
Yeah, I sure would.
Well, help yourself. Knock yourself out.
Until
we
I
charge-
see his degree.
We charge a $100 office visit. Give me $100, you can go down there and see all
And
the time.
I refute that we're innocent. Because I think this guy here looks like the same guy that assassinated Miss Piggy, if you want to know the truth. I think this is a conspiracy, is what it is. It's done for my neighbors over there, and they got lots of money. They come into money. And they hired this doctor to come in here and cut my poor tater down.
Let me ask you a question. What does Miss Piggy have to do with potatoes?
Because he looks like Miss Piggy.
Okay. We will resume this telecast
Quickly.
at